Daly was coming home from work and stumbled upon a police patrol team raid at a bus stop. This was after a riot, and he was arrested alongside other people found at the scene at that time. While at the police station, Daly proclaimed innocence and did not pay the bail police requested of him. He was then transferred to the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, where he was charged and remanded for robbery. It was not until 3 months later that Daly was arraigned at the magistrate court for the first time. His case was adjourned and he was then taken back to prison. His case has since been from one adjournment to another, and for 8 years, this young, upwardly mobile, innocent youth was locked up and deprived of his freedom and his right to live.
For those familiar with the legal system, this story is not shocking. As sad and as inhumane as it sounds, this, many such scenarios, have been the reality of the Nigerian justice system. Nigerian prisons are overcrowded, and many with stories similar to that of Daly.
There are also timelines in terms of remand orders. That is, the police can hold people in custody for as long as possible.
This, sadly, has been a regular occurrence, at least until the passage of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act by the Goodluck Jonathan administration.
The key innovations in the ACJA itself is that it provides a unified criminal justice legal framework for the administration of criminal justice in Nigeria. Previously, it used to be like two major legislation, and that has combined it, and that makes it for uniformity.
MacArthur Foundation identified this pivotal moment and through its On Nigeria program took a systems approach to investing in organizations actively working to ensure the effective implementation of this act. These organizations collaborated interchangeably and strengthened the legal system through capacity building for various actors in the legal system, including the provision of key investigation equipment. They also raised awareness to improve adoption and use of the stipulations of the Act. They monitored court processes and tracked judgments, especially on corruption cases.
The WASI platform emerged out of the needs for us to promote anti-corruption programs and, of course, transparency within the criminal justice system. We want to be able to make court judgments on corruption easily accessible to the public. So WASI is a Swahili word which actually means openness. Why we think that that is important is because in this era, we have seen in other climes that courts are beginning to go digital. So we want to be able to bring such best practices to Nigeria. For corruption specific, we have about 219 court judgments on the WASI platform.
The milestones achieved through these efforts have translated into several achievements that have impacted the system broadly. Some of these milestones include the adoption of the Act in 30 states across the country today.
There are 6 states yet to domesticate the Act, with 30 having already domesticated it. And in order to get them to domesticate the Act, we need to continue advocacy, and the advocacy is currently being done by the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, and by the International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA.
Another milestone is a stronger government capacity that has led to speedier trials.
During the last 2 reviews of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, the recommendations from the 2 reviews clearly showed that there is need for training and retraining of major anti-corruption agencies, and part of the recommendation also is a lack of equipment, especially the newly created Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, even the EFCC. We also work closely with them to strengthen their system in terms of modern ICT support.
In addition, there's an increase of gender equity, most notably with women exercising their new legal rights to bail out others.
Acts reiterating that women can stand surety. Before that, a lot of women were denied it. It's not like it was stated in any law that women couldn't stand surety, but with the reiteration of that in the Act, it's very clear as to the role of women in terms of standing surety. Also, sometimes you would have maybe cases where a male would search a woman's body during an arrest or something like that. Now with the Act, it's very clear that a woman should search a woman, a female police should search a woman, and a male police should search a male.
There's also been increased public awareness, leading to more citizens standing up for their rights and avoiding exploitation. While the gains of the criminal justice partners and organizations are many, there's still a long way to go in ensuring that the legal system is fully reformed. For instance, the recent EndSARS protests might never have happened if policing systems and processes were in full compliance of the Act. We need to work harder to ensure that there are fewer cases like that of Delhi.